All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Wednesday, September 6, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Going pretty well.
Got a pretty good slate of Major League Baseball games today, and then, of course, tomorrow NFL kicks off. So getting back into the busy part of the sports season. But I tell you what, Cincinnati Reds pulled off a crazy win last night.
I seen that. I was at work, and I 6-3, and then all of a sudden it was 6-6, and then they won 7-6. So it sounded like it was a crazy game.
Yeah, Martini hit a 3-run home run in the 8th to tie the game, and then bottom of the ninth, De La Cruz hit a little ground ball to shortstop, but was able to beat it out and stole second base, and then. I remember right, it was Strand. Yeah,
so.
It was Strand hit a single out in the right field to score De La Cruz. The way that game was going because every time the Reds got back, made it 5-3, and they gave up another run, made it 6-3, and it just seemed like they weren't going to be able to catch up.
A big win for them. They right now have a game lead on for the third wild card spot. So that's
good. Or half game. They're a half game ahead of the Marlins and a full game ahead of the
half game
Diamondbacks.
Marlins. Okay. But yeah, that's just there's probably what I forget how many games left, 20 games maybe, something like that. 19, 20 games. Just keep winning. That's how you make it.
Yeah, it scares me with all the injuries that we have and COVID and everything going on.
Well, if we can get through,
we can get some guys healthy,
if we can get through this week, and we can get a couple of the pitchers back that went out on COVID, Williamson, and Hunter Green back. I hope to get Ashcraft back, but I don't know what's going to happen there. Let me ask your opinion.
One of the Williamsons pitching tonight.
Is it the one that had COVID?
I'm not sure if it's him or not, but there is a Williamson that's starting tonight.
What happened to Abbott pitching?
Yeah, I don't know.
So what do you just my opinion, especially after seeing him pitch a couple innings the other night, and I liked him when he started. I think maybe they should move Antone to the starting rotation.
Only reason, I don't think it's a bad idea. The only reason I think they're hesitant to do that is because he's just coming off that second. I don't know if it's a second. I think it's a second Tommy John, but I know he's just coming off Tommy John. So yeah. That's the only reason. I don't know if they'll do it this season. I think if they do put him at starter, it might be they're trying that starter might be next year, just to let his arm
even if
strengthen
you
up.
just start him and unpitch 3 or 4 innings,
Yeah.
I think he's got the stuff for a starter.
No, I agree. Hell, the other day they let him pitch what, two? He threw like 20 pitches. So it's like, I think they're just trying to be cautious with him because of that injury. But they, I mean, you might get to a point the way things are going right now with injuries and stuff. You might not have a choice where you might have to put him out there and
Well, we don't know
and try it, but just don't let him go over a certain.
Well, I believe I heard Votto's not done for the year, right?
Yes, that's what I've heard.
Votto's done for the year. Heard somebody else too, but I don't remember who it was.
Heard of Votto, Lodolo.
Yeah, Lodolo for sure.
India. I think I heard India is done for the season as well.
For the season too. So I mean, we don't know about Ashcraft.
And then McLean. Hopefully McLean gets back.
Yeah, he could be done also. So yeah, definitely. Reds keep fighting. I mean, they went on that one. A lot of the games were on the road, and they went 9-7 in the last 16 games. I mean, been a lot of hit or miss.
They were 5-5 on the road trip.
Yeah, so I mean, not played terrible. They've had some struggles, but they're hanging in there. That's what you want. I mean, especially with all the injuries and problems they've had with the COVID and stuff, they're hanging in there. So I mean, 3 weeks left, and we're in the playoffs at the moment.
And I'm not the biggest David Bell fan. A lot of people are all over Bell, but if you look at everything that's happened this season with injuries and with the pitching and everything that's happened, he's not done he's done a pretty good job this year.
I agree. All the rookies.
With all the rookies and everything. Now, don't get me wrong. I was frustrated with him yesterday when he left Phillips in the pit. You have runners on first and third, only one out, and you're in a 3-1 game. Or 2-1 game. Your pitcher has pitched good. Your rookie pitcher making his debut, who's coming up probably way before he was even ready.
Yeah,
has pitched a good game. You should have took him out then. He shouldn't have faced Julio Rodriguez. You don't have him face one of the best hitters in the game with runners on the corners with one out. That to me, he put him in a bad situation there.
Was it 1 out, 2 outs?
1 out.
I thought there was 2.
Yeah, there was only 1 out. That's what I'm saying. With 2 outs, maybe. But with 1 out, there's no way I'm pitching that rookie against him, and nothing against Phillips because I thought he pitched well yesterday. I was happy with the way he pitched his first start, but
no matter who's in there, do you pitch to Rodriguez? I think I walk him.
I mean, that's a good point too, but I'm definitely not pitching to him with a guy I just brought up from AAA that doesn't have that experience. So that was one thing I was a little upset about yesterday. Ended up working out. We was able to battle back and get in the game, but I mean, but hey, he could. But I say that, but he could have brought in fucking Sims or somebody, and the same thing happened. So I mean, it's easy to say after you see the results. But I was saying it before, as soon as I saw who he's pitching to. I'm like, what are you doing? But it could have happened with another pitcher too. So I mean, you just never know what's going to happen in them situations. But that was a big win. And, we'll talk a little bit more about that because I do have an interesting stat on the Reds, but I'll wait till we get to the Reds game because I am going to pick the Reds again today. So once we get to that, we'll talk a little more about that with that stat. But all right, give me 1 second. We'll jump into today's baseball games. Got AEW here in Indianapolis tonight. A lot of people are fired up about that.
Yeah, there are. Well, not a lot. I mean,
let me rephrase that. Quite a few people I know are fired up about that.
They've put about 200 tickets. I mean,
I just have to know quite a few of the people that are in that 2,500.
I've seen. So
Richardson. It's that Lion Richardson. Wrong name. But, I can tell you one person that's not on the card tonight for AEW.
So can Glenn. Yeah, I guarantee we can tell you who's not on the card.
You think there'll be fans that try to show up with CM Punk stuff and they won't let them take it in?
That's possible.
I mean, they wouldn't let people do it over the weekend. So I know Glenn's going. Jared Kripke's going. So he posted his
quite a few people going. I'm sure it'll be a good show. I'm sure it'll be an entertaining show. It's going to be interesting. I think the next 3 to 6 months is going to be interesting to see what happens with AEW. I mean, it's crazy. You would think that things would be balls to the wall and everything's coming up roses. You just sold 80,000 tickets in United Kingdom, and it's the opposite. It's crazy.
Glenn said he's more fired up for Fastlane and the trip.
Yeah. Well, it's a pay-per-view to a TV show, so it's definitely different. I think
yeah, but I'll be just knowing Glenn. I think he's more excited about going to watch NXT than he is.
Oh, NXT
the AEW
NXT show last night was great, and the next NXT is slowly becoming one of the best TV wrestling shows on TV. Even Dave LaGreca today said that it's the best written wrestling show on TV right now. That's Dave LaGreca saying that.
He's a big AEW guy.
He's backed off on AEW a little bit, and I know Tony Khan don't hardly come on no more. But once they started getting critical, he quit coming on.
Right.
Well, it's easy when everything's, when you're in that phase where everything you do is great, and it's easy to come on and do interviews. But when things start getting tough, you don't want to come on and answer the questions.
Yeah. All right. See, I went 2-2 yesterday on my picks. On my baseball picks, I was 2-2. That puts me at 490 and 376 on the year.
Damn, Atlanta Braves got me.
Glenn go try to get there early, get the best seed he can get for NXT. Yeah. All right, we got a few baseball games already in progress, and but there's a pretty good slate today, even with some day games. Quite a lot of games today. There must be a lot of teams with days off tomorrow, I'd say. You got the Brewers and the Pirates playing right now. Pirates are up 5-4, top of the ninth inning with 2 outs.
Go Pirates.
Brewers do have a runner on first base, so hopefully the Pirates can hold on in that game. The Twins and Guardians are in the bottom of the 4th with the Guardians up 1-0 over the Twins. Giants are at the Cubs, top of the 4th inning. Cubs are up 5-0 over the Giants. You have the Blue Jays now. All right. My first game for today is going to be the Philadelphia Phillies at the San Diego Padres. The Phillies are 1.5 run favorites on the road, -120 on the money line. The Padres are +102 on the money line. Over-unders at 7.5 runs. The Phillies are 76-62 on the season, 35-36 on the road. They will have Wheeler on the mound, who's 10-6 with a 3.62 ERA. Phillies are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting .259 as a team on the season with a 4.02 team ERA. The Padres are 66-74 on the season, 39-35 at home. They will have Wacha on the mound tonight, who's 11-2 with a 2.85 ERA. Padres are 4-1 over their last 5 games, hitting .241 as a team on the season with a 3.80 ERA, or team ERA, excuse me. I like the Padres here at the +1.5. Padres won last night. I think the Phillies had won the game before that. But Padres have one of their best pitchers on the mound tonight, And the Padres have been playing pretty good baseball here over the last week or so. So I'm going to go with the Padres at the +1.5. My next game is going to be the Red Sox at the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are 1.5 run favorites at home, -172 on the money line. The Red Sox are +144 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 8 runs. Boston is 72-67 on the season, 6-34 on the road. They will have Pivetta on the mound tonight, who's 9-7 with a 4.49 ERA. Red Sox are 3-2 over their last 5, hitting .264 as a team on the season with a 4.54 team ERA. The Rays are 84-55 on the season, 46-24 at home. On the mound for the Rays is Glasnow. He's 7-5, 3.17 ERA. The Rays are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting .259 as a team on the season with a 3.82 team ERA. I like the Rays here on the money line against the Boston Red Sox. My next game is the Seattle Mariners at the Cincinnati Reds. The Mariners are 77-61 on the season, 38-32 on the road. On the mound for the Mariners will be Gilbert, who's 12-5, excuse me, with a 3.56 ERA. The Mariners are 1-4 over their last 5 games, hitting .244 as a team on the season with a 3.72 team ERA. The Reds are 73-68 on the season, 35-36 at home. They will have Richardson on the mound, who's 0-1 with a 6.75 ERA. The Reds are 4-1 over their last 5, hitting .248 as a team on the season with a 4.71 team ERA. The stat I was talking about earlier, the Reds, the AL West is considered to be one of the tougher divisions in baseball, and the Reds are 13-1 this season versus AL West teams. We swept the Astros, the Rangers. I mean, we played good. We have played real well against the AL West division, and they have one of the better. I mean, it's a pretty tough division.
I agree.
But yeah, they've only lost 1 game this season against the West. I thought that was a pretty interesting little stat that I heard last night. So I'm gonna go with the Reds at the +1.5. They've been finding ways to win games. Hopefully, we can continue that tonight. Be a real big win if we could win 3 in a row against the Mariners, who were in first place. The Astros have actually took over first place in that division.
Yeah, I would say so. With Seattle been losing,
and the Rangers have fell back some as well. My next game is actually going to be the Houston Astros, Texas Rangers. The Rangers are 1.5 run favorites at home, -134 on the money line. The Astros are +116 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 8.5 runs. The Astros are 79-61 on the season, 44-27 on the road. On the mound for the Astros was Verlander, who's 10-7 with a 3.34 ERA. The Astros are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting .260 as a team on the season with a 3.94 team ERA. The Rangers are 76-62 on the season, 43-28 at home. The Rangers will have Scherzer on the mound, who's 12-5 with a 3.55 ERA. Rangers are 1-4 over their last 5 games, hitting .267 as a team on the season with a 4.26 team ERA. I guess Pablo didn't like what the hell I was saying. He got the fuck out of here.
That was all about.
Guess he didn't like the Astros or the Rangers. He said, I'm tired of hearing this shit.
Damn door and left. Now he's back.
Oh, yeah, he's back. I'm still talking about the Rangers. But I'm going to go with the Rangers on the money line here. This should be a good game, a real good pitching matchup with Verlander and Scherzer going at it. But I'm going with the Rangers at home on the money line. And then my last game for the night, Baltimore Orioles at the Los Angeles Angels. Baltimore is a 1.5 run favorite on the road, minus 142 on the money line. The Angels are plus 120 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8.5 runs. Baltimore is 87-51 on the season, 45-25 on the road. They will have Gibson on the mound tonight, who's 13-8 with a 5.16 ERA. Baltimore is 4-1 over their last 5 games, hitting .257 as a team on the season with a 4.03 team ERA. The Angels are 64-75 on the season, 32-35 at home. Angels will have Sandoval on the mound, who's 7-11 with a 4.19 ERA. Angels are 0-5 over the last 5 games, hitting .250 as a team on the season with a 4.73 team ERA. I like Baltimore here on the money line. I feel like Baltimore's a team that's kind of getting overlooked heading into the playoffs. I mean, they've been one of the better teams in baseball all season, and you don't hear them get talked about very much at all, which could be a good thing to fly under the radar a little bit. I just think with their history, where they haven't been good for a while, people are just been kind of waiting for them to fall apart. But they really haven't had that big stretch of the season where they fell apart.
No, they haven't. Tampa Bay's went up and down a little bit at times, but the Orioles haven't. I mean, I doubt if it could happen, but do you think the Yankees, who've been hot lately, won 7 out of the last 10, now they are 500. They were 7 or 8 games out of 500. Now they're 500, about 7 games out from the playoffs right now. I know there's only about 19, 20 games. Do you think it's possible that they could get back?
It's possible. I just think their margin for error is so slim
and the hard part too is that they got to go over a couple of teams to get there. They'd have to go over the Red Sox, and I think technically the Rangers are out of it right now. So by like a half game, they have to go over them too.
I think it's possible. I just think with their margin of error being so slim, it's going to be real difficult. But I will say this: since they brought up some of the young players from AAA, they have been playing. They've been playing some better baseball than what they were. I mean, I guess you never say never, but I just think that they'd almost have to make up 7 games. I mean, they're going to have to win.
They're going to have to win about
85% of the rest of their games. At least,
if there's 20 games, they're probably going to have to win at least 15, 16 of them. They have a chance,
and still need some help.
We're going to need help
from other teams. So my picks for tonight: Padres plus 1.5, Rays money line, Reds plus 1.5, Rangers money line, and Baltimore Orioles on the money line. It's going to be my 5 games I'm going to give out for today.
Okay, my Major League Baseball parlay for tonight, I have Toronto money line at Oakland. I've got Colorado at Arizona. I'll take Arizona money line. I got Boston at Tampa Bay. I'll take Tampa Bay money line. I've got the Dodgers money line at Miami. And I got Baltimore money line at the Angels. That's my parlay for Major League Baseball for tonight.
All right, that's pretty much all there is tonight. There ain't a whole lot going on. There's some tennis, but I don't follow tennis enough to be trying to give out picks for tennis. I know I was watching a little bit of some of those games earlier today. But tomorrow kicks off NFL season with the Chiefs at the Lions. Or I think the Lions are at the Chiefs, excuse me. But Chiefs versus Lions. Not sure if Travis Kelce's going to play after he hyperextended his knee yesterday. I've heard there's still a chance that he's going to play. If it was me, I wouldn't play him. This is the first game of the season. Why take a chance to injure it more and then cause more problems? I would let it heal up. But from what I'm hearing, if they can get the swelling down, they're thinking he's thinking about playing. So there's a chance he's going to be out there. I still kind of think he's not going to be out there. But that's me erring on the side of caution. You got a 17-game season. It's a lot more important to have Kelce available at the end of the season and for the playoffs than it is for week 1. So I think it's going to be a good game. I think some people are overlooking the Lions. I think the Lions were starting to move in the right direction last year. I like what they've done this year in the offseason to try to help improve that defense. He got a good offensive line. Picked up another real good running back. Jared Goff has been playing good for him. I thought Goff got a bad rap with the Rams. Hell, he got him to the Super Bowl. They didn't win it, and then it was that coach basically ran him out of there. But he seemed to have found him a home there in Detroit. So I think that's going to be a good game Thursday night to kick off the NFL season with. And then, of course, Sunday you get a full slate of games. Colts play the Jaguars. What are you expecting now of the Colts for Week 1?
Man, I don't know. I'm sure Jaguars are going to be the favorites. Is that game at home or what?
I think it's at home. I think the Jaguars are like 4. I'll look it up here in just a second. But I think they're like 4. It's like a 4.5 point spread.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I just don't know what to expect. I mean, Richardson looked fine in preseason, but again, that's preseason. Totally different ball game in the regular season. The fact that I'd feel a lot better if we had Jonathan Taylor in there. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I know we're going to do running back committee, and it may work out fine, but we all came in this year thinking that Jonathan Taylor was going to be our running back and have one of the better running backs in the game, and that's not the case. So that's got to hurt some. I don't care what anybody says, but you just got to move on, and hopefully this running back committee can work out. I think Jackson's going to get the start, so hoping for a win, but we'll see.
I think it's going to be a lot more competitive game than what a lot of people are thinking. I think a lot of people think Jags are just going to go there and blow the Colts out.
I think our defense is going to be good. If our offense can do anything at all to help our defense, our defense ain't on the field all the time, I think we got a chance.
What worries me the most about our offense is our receivers. Our receivers did not look good in the preseason. So that worries me. I'm not that worried about Richardson. Is he going to make mistakes? Yes, he's a young quarterback. There's going to be interceptions. There's going to be terrible. There's going to be throws like, what are you doing? But I like what I saw out of him comfortability wise in the pocket. He didn't like just panic if somebody got there. I think his ability to run is going to help as well, because it's going to put the defense in a bind of whether he's going to run the ball or is it going to be a running back. Or so I think that's going to help. But our receivers are going to have to make some plays. We can't have the drops that we had in the preseason, and not even the preseason, and the drops that we had last year. I mean, we're just not a good enough offense to overcome drops like that.
I want to ask you a question, going back to Jonathan Taylor a little bit. Do you think one of the reasons he wants out of Indianapolis is because Richardson's the quarterback, and that Richardson's going to run the ball some, and the scheme's going to be for the quarterback to run some, and also Philadelphia did a running back by committee? Do you think that Taylor felt like it was going to hurt his numbers and hurt his opportunity to make money? Do you think that might be one reason he wanted out?
I mean, I guess it could be. I'm still trying to figure out exactly why all of a sudden he changed. Everything changed, because he was all just a month and a half before that. He was all about that he was going to play out his the last year of his rookie contract and all that, and then boom, it just switched. I think it could have something to do with that. I think some of it was they had that running. You saw what was going on with the other running backs, and they had that little running back meeting with a phone call meeting or whatever. And I just think he decided he was going to try to take a stand for running backs, and I think that could be a big mistake and something that could end up costing him, because there's not a whole lot of teams especially if he's wanting 16, 17 million in a year, like is reported. I don't see him getting that.
I heard there was a couple of teams that was willing to pay him.
But I've also heard that, like, people said that the Dolphins had made an offer. I also heard the Dolphins never made an offer. So I think some of that was his agent feeding that, trying to because I've on McAfee show, I guess he was talking the other day that the Dolphins never did make an offer. So it's, you don't, because he was saying, I'd like to know how much interest there really was. He said, because it's hard because you hear so many different reports. Jacksonville's a 4.5 point favorite right now, and the game is in Indianapolis. So Yeah, some decent matchups. I think Monday night is Jets and Bills.
That'll be interesting.
Only having one Monday night game, it looks like. Yeah. That's a little bit different. Usually they have two Monday night games first week. They only have the one Monday night game. The Sunday night game this week is the Cowboys and Giants. Got the Dolphins and Chargers. There's some pretty interesting matchups. The Chiefs are a 5.5-point favorite right now for tomorrow night's game against the Lions. Over under for that game is at 52.5. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens at.
He's going to be at Deadpool's going to be at
DCCW at the J County. Yep. That should be a real good show.
Should be a great show.
Should be a good show. Well, all right. Was there anything else you wanted to hit on before we get out of here?
No, I don't think so.
Like he said, or like it was just brought up, DCCW October 7th. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be at the J County Fairgrounds, Portland, Indiana, featuring the WWE legend, The Godfather, WWE legend Papa Shango, WWE legend Gangrel. Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria's going to be there.
WWE legend Victoria.
J County
Fair champion.
Fairgrounds champion, yeah.
Logan Myers
will be there. Ari Alexander. She's going to be, I think she's going to be one of the people featured on that new Netflix series for OVW. So.
And plus all your favorite DCCW guys, I'm sure
will be there.
Guys and women will be there. I think we're going to know quite a few people that's featured on that Netflix wrestler series. I know Jared Kripke's on there.
Yep.
I think Ari's on there. So there's going to be, I think there's a chance we're going to see quite a few wrestlers that we know on that. I'm looking forward to checking that out. I think it comes out next week.
13th.
Yeah, September 13th. So, yeah, about a week.
On that, is that one of them deals where you can just, will be released and you can see all the ones that will be out like a weekly thing, you know?
I would say usually Netflix they release it all at once. Usually
you can binge watch it if you want. Yeah.
So that's what I would figure that they'll release the whole season or whatever. I don't know if they're only doing one season or if they're doing more, but they'll probably release the whole series, and then that's usually how Netflix does it. I know that's how a lot of people prefer it anymore. More people prefer being able to go binge watch it than having to wait episode to episode. Which in a way I do, because I ain't gonna lie, I've been enjoying watching the Hard Knocks, the New York Jets this season. But there's times I forget like it was on last night at 10 o'clock. I forgot it was on last night. So I do. That's one thing I like about everything being released, because then you can watch it when you have time.
There's a real popular show that was on.
You need to watch that Netflix series that came out, Quarterbacks.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a little bit about that.
You can get it on the one app that we have with the movies and everything.
Okay.
If you put that in there, you type it in there, it'll come up. Okay. And I have one more episode of it I need to watch, but it is real good.
A show that was real popular when I was a kid. It's still on, but the reason I bring it up, it switched networks. This Week in the NFL, it's actually on CW network. It was on HBO or one.
What is?
Remember that show, This Week in the NFL?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's been on since I was a kid, and lately it'd been on HBO or Showtime, one of those channels. Now it's on CW. I just seen that. Started Monday night on CW network. I was shocked.
That's different. But please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. Join us tomorrow, right around 3 o'clock, for another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. We'll give out our picks for tomorrow's NFL game, give out our baseball picks, And this weekend we have college. I think there's some college football tomorrow as well. So I can't remember if it's tomorrow or Friday when college football starts back up this week. This could be about ready to get the busy time of the season. So we'll be giving out more picks than just baseball because there's going to be a lot more sports going on. But we appreciate everybody. Also, don't forget tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, we have an interview with pro wrestler and the founder of the Overdriver app, which is going to be a big app for the independent wrestling scene. Bill Wright will be joining us, and also joining us will be the ladies' man Mike King, who's from DCCW. He's going to be joining us as well tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So join us for that. I'm actually I have a graphic out about that here in just a little bit. I was working on that before the show. But we appreciate everybody watching. We will see you guys tomorrow right around 3 o'clock with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great Wednesday night, and see you tomorrow.